What up, people? Coach V, New Breed Boxing. So you want to be a fighter, but you're not really sure if this is for you. So I've seen a lot of guys over the years since I've been a coach, and even before that, come to the boxing gym with big dreams. Some of them took it all the way to the top. Some of them didn't even make it through the first day. Matter of fact, some of them paid for lessons, didn't even show up the first day. I couldn't even imagine. But anyway, if you're looking to be a competitive fighter, whether it's boxing or MMA, whatever, I personally have about 7 attributes that I look for. And these are 7 questions that you can even ask yourself before you step out there and embark on your journey to see if you're actually built for this. So, number 1, if you do not love training, like if you don't dream about being in the gym when you're not there, and you don't want to be the first one in and the last one out, like I gotta push you out the door, then you're not really passionate enough, in my opinion, to really bring yourself to the peak levels of your ability. Yeah, there's guys out there that hate training, but they just love to spar. I can guarantee you those same guys, or they just love to fight, whatever, but those same guys would definitely be better off if they just had a better work ethic. And that's just, something that you have complete control over. That's not like an optional thing. Like, in my opinion, like if you don't have that, I don't even want to take you under my wing. I'm not taking you serious whatsoever. The other thing, number 2, I'd say is beyond your control, is are you genetically built for this? Are you tough enough? And I know that sounds like something that somebody might be able to control, but then there's another side, which we're going to get into next. But if you have predispositions to certain, physical issues, maybe you had injuries in the past that might plague you, or you might even have been born with a medical issue that could wind up, hurting you badly, or even worse, costing your life. That's something that you should really definitely go and get medically cleared before you even think about stepping into the boxing gym. And I know 90% of people don't do this, but and just keep in mind, your doctor's definitely going to tell you you're stupid for wanting to compete in boxing or MMA. But at the end of the day, you got to be willing to see past that and understand what you're signing up for, and realize that the potential to get hurt is definitely just an occupational hazard, and you're going to have to just handle that when you cross that bridge. But if you are good to go, then that's the second step. Then you got that covered. There's no worries in that department. Now you just got to make sure you learn how to stay out of harm's way and get your defense game up. Now, number 3, are you mentally tough enough for this sport? Combat sports in general, I feel boxing and MMA are just so challenging mentally, and I put that in the same category as spiritually, because nothing is more demoralizing or discouraging or just difficult to handle than getting your ass whipped for the average person, especially for a man. It just, it's just like a real reality check and a wake-up call when somebody just punches you in your face and knocks you out or hurts you or whatever, which are all things that can happen. Especially if you have like a crazy coach that just wants to throw you in the ring the first day. That happens, man. There's guys out there that really could care less what happens to you and they just throw you out there. So hopefully, God willing, you find yourself the right coach that will develop you incrementally and kind of slowly inoculate you to the pressure, of what fighting is like on different levels. Because when you first come in, if they're putting you in there with somebody doing some conditional sparring, that's a good confidence builder. But you got to realize it's only going to incrementally get more difficult from there. Hence, it's going to be more challenging on you as a person. Mentally, the pressure is going to start increasing. From, just imagine a guy making some agreement with you, like, I'm not going to try to hurt you in the first sparring session, all the way up to you're in a freaking arena with people screaming and, some other guy on the other side of the arena definitely is coming to take your head off at the first quarter of a second opportunity he gets. So there's a lot of different levels to the pressure, but you got to mentally start inoculating yourself. And I feel that is something that is under your control, unlike being physically built for it. Although, yeah, over time you can condition yourself, but mentally you have complete control over that. That's something that you just got to consistently keep that positive mindset, positive affirmations, studying, doing all your due diligence about everything to do with the sport from A to Z, educating yourself. That's going to be the biggest confidence builder. aside from your actual success in the ring. Number 4, are you consistent? If your coach got to go calling you all the time or looking for you, then in my opinion, I don't even want to deal with you. That's another one for me. If you're missing days constantly or you're not showing up, you're not passionate enough. You're just not going to be able to last, and you're not going to be able to outwork or, just out muscle the competition, because at the end of the day, the guy that's in the gym constantly, always grinding, he can have, like they say, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. That is one of the truest statements I've ever heard in sports in general. I've seen guys get smoked the first part of a fight because they were less talented, but that work ethic just kicked in when the other guys started dropping, and next thing you know, tables turn, and Mr. Fancy Guy just gets a reality check and gets smoked out. You know what I mean? It just happens. That's what happens. That 180 just comes into effect, and man, like I said, man, you get what you put in, man. You put that hard work in plus talent, then you're gonna be unstoppable. Another one, number 5, you see everything as motivation. You're not discouraged easily. You know what I mean? You can't have that mindset. You gotta have that mindset that everything is a positive obstacle. You know what I'm saying? Like if they say, yo, listen, man, you're gonna be sparring today a guy that's a national champion, or he's a professional fighter with a winning record or whatever. Good. I can't wait to see how I do against him. Or, you get your ass kicked a little bit. That was good. I learned a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds crazy, but you gotta see everything as motivation. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. You gotta have, almost like I say, like a delusionally optimistic approach to your success in boxing, because everything is against you. At the end of the day, it's you versus you, and then you versus whoever you're in the ring with. And that's it. So if you can't control yourself, and you have no control over your own personal weaknesses, and you haven't, cleared those issues out, then it's gonna show in the ring, and you're gonna break under pressure. So you gotta see everything as motivation. Listening, being a good student, that's another one. I'll put that as number 6. Being a good listener is extremely important. I can't tell you how many guys, when I'm coaching them, they don't listen. I'm telling them what to do because I'm the coach. I know what to do. I'm on the outside. You're on the inside. Yes, there's certain things you see, but I see more than you. And that's my job, is to advise you, not just me, all coaches. I see guys getting their ass kicked in the gym and their coach is telling them, yo, do this or do that, and it's gonna be the answer to the issue, but they don't wanna listen. They wanna be stubborn, they wanna keep doing the same thing that's getting them nowhere fast. And, if you can't open your mind and just be receptive to the advice that you're getting, you're only gonna go so far. You're only gonna be depending on your natural instincts and abilities, and that's not gonna take you to the top. So be a good listener, take all the advice your coach is giving you. Shit, even listen to the other corner and see what they're talking about. They might have some plan that they divulging out in the open, and you can take advantage of that too. All right, so anyway, I got one last one. This one is extremely important, and this one just comes naturally, man. If you don't find yourself constantly just obsessed with thinking about this, the passion, you're just shadow boxing every time you see a reflection in the mirror, every time you walk past the car window or you walk past a store front, you see a reflection, you start shadow boxing. If you don't have that kind of mindset and that just anxiousness about, just being excited about the prospects of the future and where the sport could take you and what you could possibly do, I don't think you have the passion for this, man. That's just my personal opinion on it, man. If you don't really have this consuming all your free time in your mind, go find something that does. Whatever you think about all day, go do that. Because this sport is way too difficult to just be putting yourself out there if you got some half-hearted approach to it, or you just want to do this for the money or whatever. If you don't really want to do this within your personal soul, like you want to really accomplish some big-time goals, just because you have that fire in you and you want to show the world what you could do, don't even bother. Don't even waste your time. So anyway, those are the 7 things that I'll look for. Those are the 7 qualities and attributes I think that everybody should have, whether you want to be a boxer, an MMA fighter, or actually in any sport in general. I think, especially any contact sport, I think these will serve you well if you apply these to your approach when you embark on your journey. So anyway, I hope you found this informative. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, share. Go hit that notification bell so we know you out there. And go check me out at coach.v_on Instagram. Till the next time, we up out of here. Out.